Okay, so everybody wants to feel right, but not actually be right. And this is why folks confuse correlation with causation. They don't want truth, they want a story that makes them sleep at night. So when we have a tragedy that happens or a celebrity moment that goes viral, people rush to connect the dots that were never even on the same page. So it's not really like analysis, it's emotional pattern matching. And we're addicted to meaning, even if we have to invent it. So the human mind hates chaos. And if something happens that scares us, we need a why. So instead of saying this was one man's choice, we say, see, that's what they do. So it's basically just lazy logic disguised as moral clarity. And so that's why people cling to headlines that say a black man killing a white woman as if that one act proves a whole people. So it just makes them comfortable because randomness means none of us are safe, and that's unbearable. So correlation becomes a security blanket. Two things happen near each other, so one must have caused the other. But sometimes things just happen and your fear filled in the blanks. Now, black people carry this weight that white America never has to. Every time somebody says, you just set us back another 400 years, it's not an exaggeration. It's survival logic because our history has taught us that one bad headline can stain generations. And when a white man commits violence, he's a lone wolf. When a black man does, it's a cultural issue. That's not cause and effect, that's centuries of projection baked into the national script. So we get graded as a group while others get judged as individuals. Correlation as causation, weaponized through race. So the same energy and a different stage we see with this now revisionist history on who Taylor Swift is as an artist and as a person, right? So when Kanye interrupted her, it wasn't just him snatching her mic, it became her whole myth. And he became the angry black man, and she was the fragile white woman. And that was a cultural morality play dressed up as an award show moment. So Taylor turned that single incident into a redemption saga. It was an origin story for her victimhood era, and Kanye became shorthand for chaos. She became the phoenix, but that's not what happened. That's what people needed to believe happened. So that's eisegesis, not exegesis, where you're reading your worldview into a moment instead of reading the truth out of it. And we do this every single day when we scroll and react. We build our moral universes out of fragments. And we see the same thing with Silicon Valley, right? These tech messiahs, most of them are actually atheists or agnostic, and they're still preaching like they're saving souls, except the whole altar is digital and the scripture is data. So they claim AI will save humanity, it's going to end scarcity, it's going to make us gods. It's the same old religion, just rebranded with machine learning. So that's correlation as causation on a cosmic scale because they saw intelligence in machines and assumed salvation would follow. So they confused connection with purpose and efficiency with enlightenment. And they don't realize they're just doing eisegesis, reading their own mythology into the algorithm. The cult of innovation and the cult of certainty are the same thing. They both worship coherence over truth. So everybody is hunting for a smoking gun, something that proves their bias and relieves them from thinking. But thinking is holy and clarity is sacred. Critical thought requires humility, and humility is not viral. It doesn't sell, so people settle for coherence instead of truth. They build altars to their own assumptions and call it insight. So correlation is not causation, but it is comfortable, and comfort has always been humanity's favorite religion.